And welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. Hope you enjoyed that lovely Brutal OST for a couple of minutes there, as we have now returned with our second series of the night. We just wrapped up with the round of 32, and now we're jumping into the round of 16. We have our two players. We have our Zerg, we have our Protoss, and we're loading into game one on Site Delta. Let's go. And spawning in the bottom right hand corner, we have our Finnish Zerg player, the Red Zerg, representing Berserker Esports. It is Mixu. And spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have the South Korean Protoss player, the Teal Protoss, representing himself, currently teamless. It is LunaSea. And if you're in the chat, predictions, they are now open. Place your bets on who you think will claim the series and who you think will advance on to the quarterfinals. Is it going to be our Korean Protoss or our Finnish Zerg player? Best of luck. Up to you to decide. Best of luck. As for now, we're going for our hatch gas pool, standard open out of Mixu. The probe is in position. We do delay the expansion. We force the unnatural natural. So nice little start here out of LunaSea. Does make his opponent a little bit more uncomfortable as we settle in towards a longer game. Nothing too crazy, nothing too wild. Likewise, back at home, going for a standard opener as well, going for the gateway on the low ground, and soon to expand. So nothing too crazy so far. I mentioned before that LunaSea does typically thrive in the mid game, and I don't think that previous PvP was able to really showcase that. Like, it was just a lot of chaos, a lot of probes going down, a lot of workers going down, and just the cannons all over the place. It was nonsense. It was crazy. It's PvP. So now we can see a different side of him. Likewise, Mixu has also been on the rise, has been a bit of an up-and-comer for quite some time, to be fair. The European region has been improving, has been leveling up, and is one of the more consistent signups here in ESL Americas from the European region as well, which we do appreciate. A little bit more of a degen, but we like them. We like them. Oh, beautiful. As we are going to be settling in. Again, LunaSea, I imagine going for a Twilight Council, going for a Stargate opener. Pylon thrown down a little bit further back, closer to the chest here, closer to the main. So we'll see if we invest into that tech or into another form of aggression. Keep an eye on LunaSea. Back at home, the probe is being shut down. Take of choice on the horizon. And there it is. Okay, so the pylon was thrown down closer to the main base for good reason. It was to hide it. It was to hide the tech. It was to go for a Twilight Council opener. Okay, this could be a couple of different things. This could be glaives, this could be DTs, or it could be a mixture of the two. A big sign would be, and a big tell would be how many gases we do mine from. Robo has already been thrown down. I'm leaning more along the lines and along the side of DTs, but we'll keep an eye on LunaSea as we are pulling out of gas. Okay, if we pull out of gas, then glaives should be on the way. An interesting pairing here, 3 and 1. 4 workers mining gas in total. Glaives are on the way. Ling dips in, and we confirm. Mixu upon seeing, as the Ling does go down. But we do get a probe kill on the natural, not bad. 1 probe does fall. And Mixu may have seen enough to determine that it was going to be Glaive Depths upon seeing the lack of saturation in the main. As it is going to be 4 gates Glaive Adepts. Ling's be kicking in. Back at home, safety Roach Warren's on the way. Now we could pull back into gas, and then Mixu would have to be a little bit careful with some Spore Crawlers, just in case it was DTs as a follow-up, but we can see that it's still just 4 gas mining. Still just going to be Glaive Adepts here, and Mixu is responding quite nicely. Is responding well. Droning up a little bit more, taking a second gas geyser as well. Adepts are moving out. They're spotted. For now, Lings are on the way. Roach Warren is done, and Roaches are going to be on the horizon here for Mixu. Overlord pops out, not getting supply blocked. Yeah, Roach production has commenced. Again, Mixu cutting workers at 36. 36 drones for Mixu, just under 40. Taking things seriously, being quite careful. And as long as he keeps up with the Adepts, we should be okay. So let's say thread and a shade towards the natural. Lings are on the chase. And we don't commit. Across the map, Mixu being a nuisance. Harassing, forcing a defensive warp in. Oh, the Queen doesn't extend. Yeah, Queen goes down. Big pickoff. Queen does full. Army was in position in the main. As the Adepts are shut down. And from here, Mixu can either start droning now or try to double down and go for a big counterattack. I mean, back at home, LunaSea is following up with Immortal production, has fully walled off, no third base yet, and might be setting up for a 2-base all-in. Let's say still threading the shade. 2 Adepts towards the third base. We haven't got any drone kills yet, but that might be about to change. Mixu, once again, real quick to respond. Adepts are shading to the natural. Mixu has been droning somewhat, or at least attempting to. We commit 1, 2, 3 drones going down. Oh, can we get a third? And not quite. So your third drone does fall. Adepts towards that third base. That was okay, but still not ideal. We were hoping for more damage. A lot of Adepts just went down. That was 11 Adepts for 3 drones. And back at home, still no expansion. Still stuck on 2 bases. Yeah, LunaSea's committing. Dark Shrine is on the way. LunaSea did pull back into gas. Take extra gases, of course. So it is going to be a 2-base all-in from LunaSea. The Adepts have been lackluster, but if Mixu drone up, if he drones too much, if he oversaturates, if he drones up too much, if he's too greedy, then he can just crumble. Now Mixu checks the third base location, confirms there is no expansion. He gets eyes on the Immortals. He should be aware that he needs Lings and Ravagers. That's all he does need. Detection, of course, as well. Lair is on the way. That should be for the Overseer. Likewise, Lings are on the hunt, looking for the expansion. So far, Lings are forced back. Baleen Nest on the way. Ravagers now morphing in. Just the one for now. Do we have detection? We do have a Spore. A Spore here at the third base. Roach Ravager still amassing. Adepts knocking down the rocks. LunaSea is expanding, surprisingly so. Is taking an expansion. Mixu does confirm. When he sees it, he does drone. But DT's there waddling into the natural. Detection not ready, not in position. Uh-oh. And Mixu's getting pulled apart. It's getting pulled apart. DT waddling in towards the main. Spore's not quite done. And the Spore, it's not going to finish. We do have a backup Spore, though. Oh! Come on, we get both. Both DTs go down in the main base. It's going to be close. Up. Oh, the Spore goes down with the DT. Oh, my God. Mixu, he shuts down the Dark Templar. He shuts down the main army. And Mixu, he does defend. Barely loses anything. Very impressive. Very impressive defense here out of Mixu. And now LunaSea is racing back home. And Mixu can counterattack. We will waddle across the map. Speed is on the way for the Roaches. Morphing in more Ravagers as well. LunaSea does have 3 Immortals. That's a hefty Immortal count. Oh yeah, Lings on the way to reinforce. They're going for the Bile. Overcharge is popped. The Ravagers getting caught out. The Biles, they do connect with the army. And we're starting stepping forward. We focus down the first Immortal. 3 Immortals left. We have detection. We have detection. We try to catch out the Immortal as well, and it looks like we barely will not. The Immortal does get away. Nice juggling there with that Prism. But we're knocking down that front door. We break through the Cyber Core. The Queens did waddle in, and they're being dealt with. I mean, this move-out is still looking quite precarious, as LunaSea's defending from both locations. Trying to sandwich the army. More Zealots warping in. Baneling's on the way here for LunaSea. Let's go. Baneling's in production. Mixu pushing into the main. Disruptor has arrived. Nova goes up. Up. Oh my god, doesn't connect. That was so close. Disruptor shut down. So is the Robo. Do have a second Robo in the main. Immortal's getting caught out. Barely any links to work with, so we can't really surround the Immortals. Nice pick up micro out of LunaSea. But he barely has an army. He barely has a standing army. Immortals are good, but on their own, they're so fragile. Focus on the shield battery, head into the mineral line. Probes are going down. And GG gets called. Mixu takes game number 1. GG. Oh my god. GG, well played. Mixu does take a lead here in the series. Very nicely done. LunaSea, alas, did double down, and if you recall, initially with the Glaive Adepts, he only got 3 drones. 3 drone kills with the Glaive Adepts was not worth it. He doubled down, went for a 2-base all-in. The DTs did not do enough damage either. It was close. The Spores barely were done in time, and the DTs were barely cleaned up as well. That could have been so much worse if only they were like 1 or 2 seconds sooner. Alas, Mixu was able to defend, and LunaSea does drop the first game. Now we're getting into game number 2. Here we go. Getting into that second game. And Mixu has the 1-0 lead. Mixu 1 game away from advancing on to the quarterfinals. And LunaSea has to fight back here and now to force the ace match. Let's go. Anyone else here because they're tired of the new Twitch app updates? Oh, I am unfamiliar with the new Twitch app update. I don't really watch Twitch on my phone. Something that has been annoying me on Twitch, I don't know if you've been seeing it, but there's like an Apple TV or something ad that keeps popping up, like over the chat box, and I keep like ticking the box. It's like never show me this again, and it just keeps showing me. Like it just doesn't disappear every time for like the past couple of days. Like, what's the point of ticking the box? It doesn't get rid of it. God damn it. Shaking my head. But we have our lobby. We're getting into that second game. I'm here because I have YouTube Premium, but no ads on my phone. Nice, nice. Welcome. Bienvenidos to those in the YouTube chat. Likewise to those in Twitch chat as well. I don't know LunaSea very well to draw a prediction. Fair enough. I do consider LunaSea and Mixu quite similar in skill. I would not be surprised if we get it to the ace match. But we do have to take a different approach here. This aggression from our Protoss hasn't been too successful. So we'll see how we deviate. As spawning in the top right-hand corner of Alkione, we have our Finnish Zerg player. Representing Berserker Esports, our red Zerg, leading the series 1-0. It is Mixu. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have as opponent, we have the South Korean Protoss player, the Teal Protoss. It is LunaSea. He's crazy. He's a lunatic. Is LunaSea. Beautiful. But now he's going to be settling in, and we'll keep an eye on the pylon placement once again to see if he does go for, once again, a hidden tech structure. I wouldn't really want to see another Twilight Council opener, even if it's... actually, now that I think about it, I wouldn't be opposed to like a DT opener. DT openers are not all in. They lead into Archon drops, into Harass, into a mid-game, into a third base. I wouldn't be opposed to that. I would be opposed to another Glaive Adept opener. I don't think that's really the way to go, especially after what happened in Game 1. Mixu was so careful and so precise with his scouting, with his droning, with his movement. I think Mixu really did showcase his skill in that last game, and I'm not too sure if LunaSea wants to test that once again, especially against Glaive Adepts. We shall see. Twitch app update is infuriating because by default it now displays recommended content when you open it. Oh. instead of your following list. It's kind of weird. It's kind of odd. I don't think I've updated Twitch on my phone, so I can't check yet. But okay, I understand. You have to click a small icon to get to following, and it's wonky? What? That's so weird. It's like they're hiding your like sub feed. It's like, what? Like, these are the people I want to see. Yes, the Twitch. I understand. I understand. Last minute update is so tragic. Oh, okay. Well, I will make sure not to update my phone. I'll do my best. Do my best. For now, it is going to be another Twilight Council opener out of LunaSea. We'll keep an eye on the gases. For now, we are staying in gases is a sign it is not going to be Glaive Adepts, or it's going to be committed Glaives plus DTs. We'll see what we go for. Again, I'm not opposed to a Dark Shrine opener here from LunaSea. The Prism's on the way. Yeah, it's going to be Dark Templar. Okay. As the Prism's moving out, by the time it gets across the map, we can warp in the DTs, assuming that it's going to be the Dark Shrine. Yep, there it is. Dark Shrine has been thrown down. So DT opener initially, this is not all in. It's designed to harass across the map. If there's detection in time, then we can of course morph in Archons and hunt down Overlords and try and deny some scouting, deny vision, and expand and get into a longer game. Ooh, never mind. That is an early Immortal. Okay, this is becoming more aggressive. Initially, I was like, oh yes, a DT opener, it's fine. No. Now we're mixing in Immortals, now we're throwing down extra gateways. This could be the beginning of a 2-base all-in. Like, this early Immortal is a big red flag. Okay. Meanwhile, back at home, Mixu playing it safe does open up with a Roach Warren. Roach Warren has been thrown down, taking a third base as well, droning up to 33, droning up to 40 at this point. That's an okay worker count to drone up to. Lings get us around. They confirm not just the Prism, they confirm the Immortal as well. Ooh, Stalker does fall. Nice week off there out of Mixu. And we try to get a follow-up scout. We are in the dark back at home. Thankfully, Mixu is throwing down some spores. We have... Wait, did we cancel? Am I crazy? Okay, yeah, 2 spores. We have 1 spore here outside of the natural, and the spore is being repositioned towards the third base as well. So we will have detection. Meanwhile, Gateway Explosion, yeah, 2-base all-in. 2-base all-in from LunaSea. We're doubling down. We're like, you know, in game 1, I opened up Glaive Adepts. It just wasn't aggressive enough. We need more. We need more Immortals. More aggression. More gateways as well. Oh my god, we're getting up to 6 gateways on 2 bases. It's going to be a 2-base 6-gate all-in. DTs are whirling into the mineral lines. They do slip past. Uh-oh. No detection in the main. No detection whatsoever. Mixu cutting corners here, and we do get a drone kill. We do deny mining in the main base. Spores repositioned. 1 DT goes down. We still have a DT in the main. Denying more mining time. Just see LunaSea moving out. Working towards charge. And, oh, we barely do not get the Dark Templar. Whew. It's still in the main. Still in the main base, and we're going for what looks to be kind of like a Soul Train-esque all-in. We have Sentries, Immortals, and a Charge lots. Charge is still halfway done. Mixu has time to respond. Does confirm the army. Mixu droning? Uh-oh. Mixu has to be careful here. He's droning up quite a lot, and arguably droning up too much. Yeah, the army is revealed. We have how much to work with. We have 3 Ravagers, we have 4 Roaches, and a handful of Lings. Mixu getting supply blocked. Now is not the time. Now is not the time. Lings are hit across the map. We have a full wall. And LunaSea is pushing in. Mixu still heavily supply blocked. 5 Overlords on the way. And Mixu's in trouble. He did run up quite a lot. And we're getting into the third. Spore goes down. Force feels a zone away the Roaches. Zealots take it into the middle line. The droids have to get the hell out of here. The Immortals are caught back, but yeah, the Roaches are going down. They're getting surrounded by the Zealots. And LunaSea, he's gonna break down the third base. He can keep pushing from here. He can keep going. There's just not much to stop him. Oh god, we're getting on some of the Roach Warren. Roach Warren's gonna go down. Mixu unable to come in from behind. So I mean, we barely have anything to work with. Yeah, the Queens are surrounded. We collapse some of the Queens. The Biles, they take down the Prism. Boys are being pulled, but there's still so much army left over. Oh, the Biles! Ooh, take down the Zealot, but GG gets called. There's just too much Protoss, and LunaSea will tie up the series 1-1. GG. GG, well played. Mixu not fully identifying the builds, not fully identifying how much danger he was in. As a result, Mixu, he droned up to 53. He droned up quite heavily there, and also got supply blocked. That was a brutal moment for Mixu, where he had droned and he got supply blocked as well. He had nothing to work with, and LunaSea snowballed out of control. He snowballed out of control. He was able to break the third base, push into the natural. There was barely anything to stop him. And with that, we're going to the ace match. All the way. Are going all the way. The icon moves? Sorry, I'm just being updated here. The follow icon moves? Oh my god. Interesting. Go. Your mom going down. Werehog, is that you? Is that? Oh my god. Is Werehog Gotenks? Maybe. Long lost brother in the chat. I like it. Oh god. Okay. No shot. So Kuro just sent me a screenshot of what the new Twitch looks like. It looks like it's trying to emulate TikTok. But this is not a good way to do it. This oh my god, what the hell? Yeah, that's crazy. Okay, anyway, we can focus on our game, and spawning in the bottom right hand corner of I'm sure they'll revert it. I'm sure Copium. In the bottom right hand corner of Oceanborn, we have our Finnish Zerg player, the Red Zerg representing Berserker Esports, being forced into the ace match. Can he bring it back? It is Mixu. And spawning in the top left hand corner, we have the South Korean Protoss player, the Teal Protoss, tying up the series and forcing the ace match. It is LunaSea. Go. Okay. Need to calm down. As for now, it's going to be Hatchcat's Pool standard opener out of Mixu. Meanwhile, LunaSea back at home going for what looks to be a standard opener as well, but the tech is really what we're paying attention to here. Game 1, LunaSea went for a Glaive Adept opener into kind of like a pseudo 2-base all-in. Game 2 was just a straight up 2-base all-in, very Soul Train-esque, going DT into Immortal into a charge all-in with, of course, the Immortals as the backbone. Game 3, what's it gonna be? What haven't we seen so far? We had a DT opener, we had Glaive Adepts, we could see a combination of the two. We could see Glaives into DTs. We could see like a slow lot all in. What do you have for us? What do you got? Show us what you got. As for now, we are just running up. We calming things down. We have yet to embrace our tech of choice. Based on the pylon placement, it looks like another Twilight Council, but we'll keep an eye on LunaSea. Yeah, it's going to be thrown down behind. And there it is, Twilight Council opener out of our Korean Protoss. And this could still be a multitude of different builds, a multitude of different tech choices. We are staying in gas currently. We're still staying in gas. Robot follow. I'm feeling Dark Templar again. But we'll keep an eye on LunaSea. Again, I'm not opposed to Glaives plus DTs. Or just vanilla DTs into a macro game. I mean, could happen. Twilight Council is done, and show us the tech of choice. Show us that Dark Shrine. Oh, Glaives are on the way. Okay, Glaives are on the way, and oh, we did pull out of gas. Okay, he did pull out of gas, so it's going to be 4 gig Glaive Adepts. Again, that's to tell to have 4 workers mining gas. That's all you need to actually facilitate 4 gig Glaive Adepts. That is all the gas mining you need. And Mixu going and rushing into, oh my god, rushing into a lair. Mixu wants to be the aggressor. Mixu is not going to take it lying down. Now, so far this series, Mixu has been reacting and responding to LunaSea. This time, something very different. Fast lair, Roach Warren. We're getting ready for our own aggression, for our own all-in. Now, this could be for a German taxi, could just be for fast Roach speed, into our Ravager Ling all-in. So Mixu responding quite drastically here. Adepts are moving out. Mixu joining up to 39. Around 40 workers is the limit that we can really go up to. And we'll see if we can keep up with the initial wave of Adepts. Adepts have arrived. Lings are amassing. Do need a little bit more time here. Oh, as we are a bit supply blocked, but the overlord is about to finish up. So far, so good. Adepts a thread in the shade. Lings pull away. Drones as well. Ah, but we're getting on top of the workers, and drones are going down. They're trapped. We get 2 workers so far. We wedge ourselves in between the mineral line and the base itself. Yeah, Lings get shaved off. Adepts, they get into the main as well, and Mixu is getting pulled apart. Bust into the main. So far, no major damage though. Only 3 drones. Could have been so much worse, but the base itself, it looks like it's going to go down. Yeah, the hatchery is falling. And we're still not done. We shade into the main base. Army's out of position. No major economic damage yet, but we're getting to the mineral line. Are we getting in? Boys are being pulled. We get 4 drone kills so far. Once again, nothing major, but the base does fall. Back at home, Immortal production has begun, and Mixu needs to counterattack. Still has the lair. He hasn't been able to make use of it. Has a decent roach count. No roach speed yet. We have no gas. Yeah, we don't have the gas for it. Limited gas mining in the main. Adepts, they threaten the shade. Prism's coming back in. And all LunaSea has to do is make Immortals back at home. And we will be okay. Now, speaking of, we have a second Immortal in production. First one is done. And LunaSea is all over this. Mixu is attempting to re-drone, is trying to resaturate. But being down a base is brutal, and this roach speed timing is so delayed. Remember, we rush into the lair even before the 4-minute mark. It was a very early lair. But we just weren't able to make use of it. Until now. Now, with roach speed, because of how much damage has been done, I'm pretty sure Mixu is going to be going into an all-in. I think he's going to be cutting workers at 2 base saturation, massing up Roach Ravager Ling, and just going for it. But, oh god, LunaSea is going to be the aggressor instead. Is expanding behind this, but LunaSea has quite an army to work with. And we're going to knock down that 3rd base for a 2nd time. And Mortals have arrived. Queen's trying to collapse in. Getting on top of the Immortals. So far, good juggling. The Prism taking a lot of damage. Prism takes a lot of hits. We do pivot away. Meanwhile, Adepts say shading to the mineral line. 5 drones go down in an instant. We got 5 worker kills, and now we're making our way to the main. We bypass the main army. We shade in. More drones going down, and we are just pulling Mixu apart. He cannot keep up. Not this time. At the same time, the Immortals, they go for the third base, and we almost bring it down. We have one transfuse left. Oh, just barely. But it's not going to be enough. The base goes down, and we recall back home. The Immortals are barely saved. We save the Immortals. We have a third Immortal back at home. We have shield items. We have an overcharge, and Mixu is completely all in at this point. We have to move out. It's all or nothing for Mixu. And we do catch some Adepts. Some Adepts go down. Disruptors on the way. No Ravagers, just Roaches. We have the overcharge to the juggling. Oh my god. The LunaSea saves the Immortals. And GG gets called. We don't even get the final fight. There's just nothing left for Mixu, and LunaSea will take the series 2-1, advancing on to the quarterfinals. GG. GG, well played. LunaSea just all over Mixu there. Mixu did open up with a very fast lair, but again, we weren't able to make use of it. We weren't able to really embrace any faster Roach speed just because of the Adept aggression. And Mixu was keeping up initially, but eventually was pulled apart. Eventually did lose the third base, and that was the first dominant falling. The first of many in favor of LunaSea. As he did pull Mixu apart, he eviscerated the economy, killed the third base, got into his follow-up Immortal push, and pulled him apart. GG. Congratulations to LunaSea. My condolences to Mixu. Again, he's a solid player. He's a good player, don't get me wrong. But again, LunaSea is quite comparable in skill and quite aggressive as well. Every game relying on 2-base play. Did expand, did take a third, but never really embraced 3-base saturation. It was all about that 2-base instead, and in the end, LunaSea was just a bit too much. Congratulations. And do we have an update? That's the question. Do we have an update in the bracket? Do we have some results coming in?